everyone, Alexa Dunn here, and today I am doing a review of People Like Us by Dana Mele. And yes, I'm a huge nerd. I put on my only white shirt and I pulled out my Harry Potter tie in honor of the cover. I just wanted to kind of be in theme with the cover. And this is a boarding school mystery thriller, so it is appropriate that it's, crisp white shirts and ties, just, Ravenclaw life. But so I'm gonna make it quick and sweet. I love this book. I really love this book. I breezed through it. I think I read this in 24 hours. Real page turner. I had to know what happened. So what does happen? So as I mentioned, People Like Us is set at a boarding school and the main character is Kay. Kay is kind of the head of a group of what you would definitely call mean girls. And I should stop myself right there and tell you the amazing pitch for this book. So I would describe this book as queer Mean Girls meets Pretty Little Liars with a dash of Riverdale. So it's, popular girls and a murder and a bit of like a creepy noir feeling. Like it's not a noir, but I at least felt the creepy feeling, and I want them to make this into a TV show so bad, and I hope it's Pretty Little Liars meets Riverdale, but queer, which I'm gonna get to in just a minute. So again, the main character Kay, she's kind of the head of this clique of girls, and they, on the night of like a big Halloween dance, there's a ritual where everyone strips naked and jumps into the freezing lake, and they go to jump into the lake and they find a dead girl in it. So it kicks off this whole mystery murder investigation. The cops come and they strongly suspect Kay. I mean, everyone in the group of girls is a suspect, but they suspect Kay because she's very, very cagey around the cops. And of course, you as the reader will find out why. She's kind of vague with it. All you know is that something happened with Kay years before she transferred to her school with her brother and her best friend. They died. That's all that you know. And you know that she was interviewed by the cops and it was really traumatizing for her. She has a secret. So after the murder, she gets an email from the dead girl, and it has a link to a revenge blog, and it's all, it's basically set up to automatically work because the girl who died had some coding skills, and essentially every 24 hours, Kay has to take down one of the girls in her friend clique, one of the other mean girls who made the dead girl Jessica's life miserable. If she doesn't do it and essentially remove that girl's name from the student roster, so essentially get them kicked out of school, her secret will be revealed to everyone. And I should have mentioned, Kay comes from a lower income background and she is a soccer star, and so her entire future rides on getting a soccer scholarship. She's the captain of the team, and so she needs to compete, she needs to stay in school, and she can't have her secret exposed, she can't herself be expelled. Now everything is complicated by secrets that Kay is keeping from the reader as well as from other people. So Kay has kind of a very twisty past with several of the girls in her friend group, but especially she's in love with her best friend Bree, and they've kind of had like if you can call it an off again, on again, off again, they've kind of had these near misses of getting together. And this kicks off one of the things that I love the most about People Like Us, is that it is just very casually super queer. Kay is bisexual, in love with her best friend. She does have a boyfriend who is now an ex-boyfriend. She found out that he cheated on her about a week ago, and of course there's stuff with that. But she's been in love with Bree this whole time, but Bree has a girlfriend. Bree, as far as the text indicates, is a lesbian. There's not a lot of labels thrown around in this book. It's not about who's bi and who's lesbian and who's straight, etc., etc. Everyone just is what they are, and they love the people that they love, and I really, really liked that aspect of this novel. And in general, I liked all the characters in this novel. Well, liked. Most of the characters in this book are definitely the kind of, they're slightly awful people is the way I'm gonna put it, but that's kind of the point. But all of them were really well drawn. They had a lot of layers, particularly the main characters. So Kay, Bree, her ex-boyfriend, there's also the boyfriend of the girl that died, and then there's a character named Nola. Nola is really great at programming, and she helps Kay hack the revenge website, which is a whole thing. Everything in the book feels really fully fleshed out, and especially the school, Bates Academy, feels like a character. The setting feels like a character. It's one of those books that has a lot of mood and atmosphere, which I think is really, really important in a good thriller. You should constantly feel like there's mist rolling through the pages and that someone could be around the corner with a knife or what have you. I was really tense the whole time I read it. You know, I wanted to figure out what Kay's secret was. I wanted to figure out who did it. I was constantly guessing, and there are some really good red herrings in the book. I'm not going to give you any details about any of them because spoilers, but there was definitely a point where I was convinced it was one person, and then something happened. I was like, oh no, what if it's them? There was a lot of second guessing and twists and turns. Overall, I found it a really satisfying read. It's exactly what you want from a thriller, and especially a YA thriller. It's got a really good hook, interesting setup, creepy tone, well-drawn characters, and it keeps you guessing. People Like Us comes out on February 27th, so you'll be able to pick it up really, really soon. This video is either gonna go up right before or the day that it comes out. I don't have a copy because I had to, you know, pass on my ARC, but I am definitely buying this one. It is a hardcover buy for me, which I think is the best endorsement that I could give it. I really recommend it to anyone who likes Pretty Little Liars, Mean Girls, books kind of like The Girl on the Train, or The Woman in Cabin 10, Gone Girl. I mean, I wouldn't say that this is an exact comp to those, but it definitely fits kind of within the tonal wheelhouse if you like those kinds of books. Oh, and definitely if you like Kara Thomas, if you're a fan of Kara Thomas's books, you should absolutely pick up People Like Us. And as I mentioned, I am desperate for this to become a television show. Like, I was reading going, why isn't this a show on the CW or Freeform? Like, it is made to be a really juicy show. I could see it being like 10 episodes. I can imagine kind of how they would build all the characters and develop the mystery. So, I mean, wholehearted recommendation for me for People Like Us, 5 out of 5 stars. So again, you can pick People Like Us by Dana Mele up on February 27th. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, if you like book reviews that I'm starting to do, give it a thumbs up so I know to make more. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I post new videos 2 to 3 times a week all about YA, books, as well as writing YA, craft, the industry, and so on. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and happy reading!